Hello everyone, Bob Ross here. Today, just gonna review the quickest, most simplest way to just set up OBS Studio, get you running in like 5 minutes so you can start recording your gaming sessions. A reason why you'd like to record your gaming sessions like this is that you have a game that saves replay files, and the replay files are very typically laggy. You can't, really see an accurate rendition of the original gameplay. The shooting might be like looking askew or delayed, or laggy, and that doesn't make for a great video. So you might want to do this to review your gameplay, see where you can improve, or make YouTube videos, whatever it is. This will get you going as far as just a simple setup goes. So this is pretty much almost a stock OBS. I used a brand new profile so that you don't have all the ways I customized my own OBS space. This is how it should look almost at install. I don't know if it has all these docs at install, though. That might not be tied to profile. So docs are, the sources. Here's a doc, so it's scenes, and move them around. Snap them to a different area of the interface. So just play around with that, set up your face so you're comfortable. You definitely want controls. Audio mixer you definitely want. Sources you also want. We're going to be playing with that, but you can hide it once you've set up everything. You don't need to have it there anymore. It's good to have it shown so it's not too much trouble to just modify things on the fly. And scenes, well, there's only one, and it's default the scene called scene, and so you don't necessarily have to display that, but I use a lot of scenes in my regular profile, so I have it on display. And then you can lock them if you don't want to accidentally move them around. All right, output. This is where we want to be to set up the quality settings and all that. So video bitrate, 6,000 kilobytes per second is the standard quality for Twitch streaming. Audio bitrate, 160 is kind of very high. If you have a potato computer, you can definitely reduce that a little bit to make it less intense on resources. Video encoder, by default, is software. You definitely prefer hardware unless you have like a dual core from like 15 years ago and it's making your game display as a slideshow at 20 FPS, so then you want to use software, but hardware is better. Encoder preset, well, choose what makes sense for you. Since I have a good computer, I choose quality, but balance, not too noticeable the difference. Audio encoder is only one option, it's AAC. You might have more depending on what type of I think sound card you have. AAC is fine, no worries. Recording path, that won't be grayed out, the recording section here, until you press start recording. So you can change the file path that your recordings save to automatically. Then recording quality, well, we already set that up until under streaming, so I recommend leaving it as streaming. I use an MKV recording format for my specific needs, but you can use MP4, would probably be the default. It's just that MP4 doesn't record multiple tracks like this. There's audio. I have 48 kilohertz sample rate. You can definitely lower that to at least 44 channels stereo. That goes without saying. For gaming, unless you got your game set up in mono sound for some reason. So leave that as is. Global devices here, so disable everything but your desktop audio, and if you're recording a mic you can definitely set it to default here, but otherwise you can disable everything but desktop audio. Video, set the base canvas resolution to the same as your computer monitor. If you're not sure the exact number, you don't remember, you can right click on your screen on your desktop and go to display settings, and it'll show you there what your resolution is. 30 FPS is not great. I like 60. That's the FPS that Twitch broadcasts at, for example. Hotkeys, can be really handy. You might want to set one up for start-stop recording instead of having to hit the buttons here. Go back to your OBS interface to do it. You can just set that up here. We'll start recording, let's say Control-Alt-R, record, Control-Alt-S, stop, apply. So that will stop your file from recording. Pause recording on pause recording will stop recording, but when you resume on pause, it'll keep recording on the same file. So you should have one scene by default here if you don't create one. And then you add your different elements that you want to record in the sources here. So obviously mine's already set up because otherwise I'd be recording nothing. Let's go through the options. You have display capture. This displays your entire monitor, right? So you won't have an ad existing here if you've never created one. Create new, and then it will ask you capture method, automatic, and there's two other options. No reason to change from automatic. You do want to select the monitor that you want to be recording. So if you have multiple monitors, select the one you're gaming on. And if you have an HDR monitor, do not forget to click Force SDR. Audio input capture, that is for my microphone. To capture your game, it works a little bit differently. You do a audio output capture. And see I have desktop audio here available, so that can work. You have it, otherwise create a new one. And then select whatever your speakers are hooked up to. Click OK. And now you're seeing the setup. So you'll see all your audio options here. You can record your pure desktop audio or audio capture, output capture if you want. What I suggest you do actually is to I'll mute one because I'm confusing that there's two. It's basically capturing the same thing, but let's use the one we just captured. We just set up in the sources. You'll want to set up a few filters. So if we hit the plus here under audio filters, we have a choice of all the filters. 3-band equalizer you can definitely play with, especially if you're adjusting your audio after the signal comes out of your computer and before it plays to the speakers. Then recording the just pure audio output, there might be too much bass, too much of, some other frequency, so you can adjust that with the 3-band equalizer. You want to do like a short recording of a couple minutes before you do record a 4-hour session to make sure that that type of thing is adjusted to your liking. What I do recommend you use, 3-band equalizer being optional, compressor. I like to reduce the ratio to 5:1. That plays good for me. So what compression does is it takes the quiet parts of your audio and brings them closer to like the standard output gain. There is an output gain here, so you can reduce. I don't recommend putting that above 0 dB, but if you want the compression to not be as loud, you can adjust that. The threshold is how quiet a sound needs to be to start being subjected to compression. Ratio is how much it compresses, so how far between the actual volume and the output gain it adjusts or compresses. Attack is the time it takes to kick in. Release is the time it takes to stop. And sidechain ducking source can be handy for people using a microphone. What a lot of people do is they'll go into their microphone. And so sidechain to desktop audio or audio output capture, same thing in our case. And what that does is it reduces the volume of the sidechain ducking source whenever there's a strong enough signal in the capture source that you're setting this up on. So in this case, it'll be my microphone, so the compressor will kind of reduce the volume of, let's say, my game, so that my microphone audio isn't buried by the game. Okay, so that can be handy. We've set up display capture, set up audio input, audio output. In your case, if you're not using a microphone, you don't want to record commentary on top of the game, you can discard audio input. If you are, let's say, talking on Discord and you want to record the conversation, the comms, you can set up the microphone, the same microphone you're using for Discord in here as an audio input capture, and audio output capture. You'll want, well, you're already capturing your sound card. So assuming that your discard is just playing out on your sound, the same sound card you have the game on, you're good. In my case, though, I use a headset, which kind of counts as a separate sound card as far as OBS is concerned. So I have to set up, if I want to do that, I have to set up a audio output capture and set it up for my headphones, so that we can hear Discord on the recording. One little trick before we go. If you don't want to fiddle with Windows Explorer, try to find the folder where you recorded your stuff. You can go to File, Show Recordings here. Okay, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful. If there's anything I haven't covered, please leave a comment to let me know. I'll post or edit a addition into the video, or if it's simple, I can just put it in the description. I appreciate any feedback. I'll see you in the next video.